What a beautiful series for us to jump back into the action here at ESL One Birmingham with Fog. We've just had the two drafts come out. These sort of on the same line of what the panel had to say about this. What sort of jumps out to you with the approach that both teams are going for here today?
It's a lot of team fight, just in general, pretty much both sides. Of course, XG has a bit more. I'm looking at, this Marcy. I think this is one of those X Factor kind of heroes. If you can get this type of farm, I've seen Ari do it before. You become that third core, right? If he's able to get this like BKB stuff, lockdown, stick on heroes, could see him doing some good damage versus something like Gyro Pango, but does look maybe a little bit difficult for OG. I think the lanes are going to have to be the big thing to look at, and they do have good lanes. I'm looking at Bane and Luna. I'm wondering how this bottom lane will go for XG for going up against that, because that looks really, really difficult. They're going to have a Wyvern and a Mars. Mars traditionally does good in every matchup, but this double range matchup is really strong. Bane, one of the strongest fives, and Luna just amplifies it.
I see Seb coming in with a level 1 Nightmare, maybe see if we can set something up onto Arme, but Arme's got backup as the full team of Xtreme Gaming's here, ready to fight back against OG. They're slowing him down, running him down. Seb's in a whole world of pain. It should be the first blood. Tamani tries to hold back one of them with a elusive beam, but in fact, no, the Tango regen and the move speed, Seb's just able to walk away from the 5 of them. He's out there. No first blood to be had here today. Xtreme Gaming, they won't get the kills here. They're able to set up maybe the majority of the bounty runes. Who's down bottom of the moment. Tomato's already in position for this. He's going to back away. Doesn't want to party with Xingqiu and XXS. But top,
XM,
he's going to try and battle for this. Will manage to get the pickup, so Xtreme Gaming do end up with a 3 bounty rune advantage to start this one off against OG. But no first blood to be found.
Nope. I was checking around. They didn't have the blood grenade on one of the frontline heroes.
Then they would have had it.
They had the blood grenade on the Wyvern, but I think DY actually spent his gold on other stuff. I was looking, I'm like, where's the blood grenade? Because they'll get BZM with it. But yeah, a bit too far away. He will survive.
Let's have a look at some of these lane matchups. So what do you sort of feel in particular about this last pick from OG as well? Getting BZM the Void Spirit.
I think because they're seeing just, it's so much team fight, right? He's looking to be able to dip in and out of this Mars ulti, catch the backline, play with the Brewmaster in particular, would be my idea of when I'm looking at it. They want to be able to get through this annoying Pango that's in the front with this Gyro messing things up with Mars, kill the Wyvern and Snapfire, and then get the fights going. Because there could be some situations where there could be lockdown lacking for this Void Spirit. And yeah, I don't know. This hero, I think he's still just untapped. He's gotten some changes, some buffs and stuff, and some love. So I'm glad that we're still seeing people at least try newer heroes.
No, absolutely. And yeah, BZM in the past has definitely shown us what he can do on the Void Spirit. It's always a bit of a comfort for him to bring back into action if they see the opportunity.
I'm looking mostly at this bottom lane. Because I've seen Mars, I feel like he does well in every lane, but I thought maybe this would be one of the ones that can slow him down. But so far, 4 and 3 on this Mars, he's having a free time. DY?
Instant TP out. Doesn't want to mess around with the two of them here, Ari and Whisper, as soon as they attempt to go upon him.
Nicely done. Ame getting a little bit of struggle here with some CS. Okay, he's got the 4 creeps not pushing in, but they did get like a little bit of a pull up here to manipulate the waves to make him miss a couple.
Never super easy on those first few levels as the Gyro. With that pretty low base damage.
Yeah, and he went for the Barrage level 1, right? Instead of having something like Flash shove lane out or something like that, he's gone for this battle kind of build for that rune fight that they had. DY almost gets grabbed again. That was close.
Got to be careful with that TP on cooldown. You're only able to do that trick once every minute or so.
A definitely kill threat from these two on OG up here. These two are pretty strong. These two, of course, these two universal heroes. They get on top of you. Their damage is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, Ari's showing no hesitation and just happily trading with Arme.
Yeah,
the first chance he gets to grab him.
I'd say like the first 3 levels for OG is pretty good up here. Once the levels start to build up a bit more for the Gyro, the damage, of course, when you're versus these double melees can be strong, but could definitely see kills come out from these two.
The level 3 is going to be big.
Yeah, Ame now though, he's got the flack, so he's going to be able to shove the lane into a more ideal position and keep these heroes a bit lower. They get on top of DY, but Ari's a little low.
Yeah, same for Whisper. He doesn't want to commit for this immediately. He's holding himself back. Arme's going to step forward with a rocket barrage, brings the two of them low.
Wasted blood grenade there from DY, but good aggression.
How they do not regen themselves.
Whisper's a bit low.
Yeah, completely out. There's a couple of tangos left to be had on Ari. See which way Whisper wants to play his way out of this. He's got a bracelet coming out, at least completed. But no further regen on him himself.
And Ame, it was perfect timing when you get the level 2, the flash, shove it out. You get the Lotus as well, too. So if they've got a Lotus now on DY, and Now it's, okay, yeah, you probably had some windows of getting the kills the first 3 levels. It's going to start getting harder if you stay this low, in particular on Whisper. You have no opportunity to get aggressive then.
Yeah, living on the edge a little bit. Feels strong in the sense that he has got the double braces completed, so good stats to play with, even though his HP relatively is low.
And bottom, yeah, so the Luna's farming, but I'm seeing this Mars not getting pressured at all. XXS is full HP, and he's got, what, 4 denies on himself as well, too, so having a very free time down here. And yeah, this is one of the guys I think we talk about just too much sometimes about the Mars, right? It's either Amar or XXS. These 2 guys, probably the best Mars players in the world for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a surprise that he was able to get it as that last pick. And that's not something that usually gets allowed. But happened here. XXS more than happy for it.
And we knew it was coming. You know, Panel was talking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
OG had to know that Mars was coming in at some point soon.
I should say, yeah, super hard to bully back now.
Yep.
He's hit his stride here with his first 4 minutes of laning. And back up top, the farm continues here as Arme definitely getting past that rough part of the game. Very difficult for Ari and Whisper to get in on top of him.
Yeah, no, he's going to be set up for... he's always got safety is the thing for Ame in particular, because he's got the cookie and stuff to protect him. It's just DY did have a couple, perhaps a moment or 2 where he could have gotten taken out, but no longer. Mid lane, when we haven't glanced at too much, it's BZM doing a very good job here.
Yeah, good stuff from him for BZM, honestly. I feel I've seen some Void Spirit sometimes get played out of the lane by a good Pango, but this is going pretty even, if anything, just a slight bit of an edge to BZM. So
and now it's nighttime. So nighttime, Luna Aura kicks in. Now look at that damage on this Void Spirit. He's got, 97 damage versus the 76 of the Pangolier, so definitely going to make a difference. Tomato getting low, but he's okay. Very low on Tomato bottom.
Gotta be careful. Has he got regen coming out from Seb? He's going to be able to stick around here. They've got 1 Lotus between the 2 of them. I think that's about it at the moment.
Well, this is scary for Tomato. Rotation's gonna come. Looks like they are looking to move Ari since that top lane. They're getting some good CS, but not able to really pressure the gyro so much. I like that he's making the move. BZM is 6. They have kill threat. XM is still level 5.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's coming up to 6 minutes in. Still yet to see a first blood this game.
Oh, look at this. They've got the catapult, the double support setting up.
It's going to get the connection onto XM, but they're going to turn their efforts over towards the easier of the 2 kills.
Very
Nightmare
nice.
into the jump 4 from BZM. The first blood's going to be drawn here by Seb. It's Jinq's to fall.
The catapult will die because of it. They're able to clear the creep wave, but either way, getting that first blood is still very, very nice. A good rotation from the 2 supports on the side of OG. Not really able to help their lane, right? Like, the Whisper's kind of in the position where he's in. He's getting his farm, but Luna is too low for Seb to help him just now. XXS just pulling a bit more ahead of this Luna.
I'm going to swing around down bottom.
Let's see. He's got a salve now. Okay, Tomato's healed back up.
Can they set up onto XXS? He's playing very close to his tower. Doesn't look like something that's going to happen. At the least, maybe they can try and set up to secure the steal on the Wisdom Rune. Already Seb in position.
That's cool. I like it. He's got the sleep as well, too. There's no stun on Xingqiu, so he should just be able to sleep and take that one away. It looks like they're going to be...
Yeah, unless they bring the 2 of them,
okay,
which they may do. So they know Seb's off the map. They know that this sort of move's going to be coming in. So XXS and Jinqqiu, they're going to make sure they can do the best to ensure that Seb won't be able to get the steal. He's going to try with a Nightmare and step into position, but the spear is there.
Oh, they got both themselves.
And in fact, indeed, over the other side of the map, we had DY stealing the Wisdom Rune from OG, so they get both of the Wisdom Runes. DY might pay with his life. He's going to get chased down by Ari and Whisper. He's looking for some sort of deny here to the Ancient Camp, but it's not going to happen. Ari will get the kill.
Well,
another kill for OG, but double Wisdoms going the way of XG.
Well planned as well, too, right? The way that Xingqiu unsleeps the Mars so he can get the spear off. I didn't even see DY going for it on there on the left side, so really good awareness. So those support levels is something you're going to have to be watching in this early movement. As we mentioned so many times, these supports are powerful. There's a lot of big teamfight ultimates, especially on the side of Xtreme. Them getting both those XP is pretty big. Xingqiu level 5.
A nice little bit of a... This is a double stack here. BZM's going to be able to snipe with the Astral Steps.
Very nice. He's having a great time.
He's hitting a super quick time on level 8. I mean, it's going to be 8 minutes in, he's going to be level 8. So a level a minute being kept up to by the mid.
I want to see them play around him a lot this game. I think Sind was talking about it a bunch. The best way that OG plays is when they follow BZM and make this active play style, give Tomato the space to farm. And he's got the matchup, as we saw in the lane, and also now that Lunar Blessing, it's nothing to laugh at. This extra bit of damage on these type of heroes, this Void Spirit's hitting for 130 already. Like, that's pretty absurd.
I mean, they're really putting the pressure on top. Tomato comes through the portal. Whisper's ready to set things up. He's got the primal split if necessary. TP's are going to be coming in. Xingqiu turns up.
They're just blowing up.
I mean, the Golden Embrace is going to be used on DY to try and protect him for now, but BZM jumps over the Astral Step, gets the Void dragged back on towards Arme. They're focusing down the Jara, but the arena's here. XXS turns up, has the spear in on towards Tomato. Arme's going to be safe.
He's alive.
Tomato's the one to go down.
No way.
XG turn it around as they bring the numbers in, and they're going to be able to look to chase for more here. They're looking towards BZM. He's got the regen room pumping on him, but the Rolling Thunder from XM catches him one more into the spear from XXS as Xtreme Gaming turn up big time there on the defensive. XXS with the perfect play, the arena and the chase down. He makes sure they get the 2 kills, and Arme is kept safe for now. I mean, Whisper's going to poke back in on him. Arme knows that he's still got a lot of backup if necessary. He's perfectly fine. Seb, in a very dangerous bit of the map, he's somehow got away with continuing to hover around this area.
Arme?
I mean, Arme is low. He's going to try for it with the bug raid, and no, it's not enough. Maybe with the Nightmare. No, they're going to be able to take it off. Seb's diving for this. He really wants this kill, and with the help of Ari and Whisper, they will get it. Arme is punished for sticking around in lane on incredibly low HP, and they're even going to get a DY as well. DY is also going to get dove.
What a play.
So after a great play from Xtreme Gaming, it gets turned on its head. Seb sticks around and makes sure that at the end of the day, OG at the least, they get a pretty good trade out of it. They do kill Arme, and they get DY as well.
That ends up evening pretty much everything out after that whole fight. A great move, XG, like you said. They brought 5 heroes to turn that.
They did, and after that whole sort of chase to the left, they just didn't expect Seb to still be there.
That was cool.
There was still a Bane hanging around, and he was ready to set everything up.
That was such a high-risk play, but so high reward there from Seb, right? Using the Brain Stab, Blood Grenade, just runs in and just ends up getting these kills off map.
Suddenly Bane, you know? This was Seb's great play all along. He's like, guys, we're going to go for a team fight. We're going to lose 2 of you. Tomato, you're going to die, but then we're going to turn around and I'm going to set up and we're going to kill off Arme and DY. It's all part of Seb's master plan here. As OG still sticking around on this top lane, Whisper and Ari. They want to get continued pressure onto this tier 1. 20 seconds and Primal Split's going to be back up for Whisper.
This is going to be such a fighty game. We look at the... Ame's ready to fight. Max Rocket Barrage online. He is just looking to join into these. Because, I mean, tons of heroes that just get in his face. It's a ton of damage if you're able to just survive during it. Bruce Split back up in 2 seconds. OG again making the move top. Shield Rune on BZM. Yeah. Barely died last time. With the Shield Rune, probably will be able to survive. And yeah, this tower likely to fall. XG, they're going to drop it. XXS is going to pressure down bottom. And it looks like they're going to get some stacks going. So a bit of efficiency coming out for XG while OG applies pressure.
They're being very careful now around this mid lane. Xtreme Gaming. Nobody wants to show any chance that Seb has to set something up with a Nightmare. Could pretty easily result in a kill.
Yeah. How are these support levels looking, though? Seb, okay. I was like, BZM is doing this for a reason. He's jungling, giving Seb the XP. He needs level 6, because that next big fight where the Pango roll comes out, they can deal with him. If they get a Fiend's Grip, they've got a Luna, they've got the DPS to just right-click him through it. So if Tomato decides to show up, he might not show up for the next few, because he is a bit weak. And it is daytime, so that means that Luna Blessing, Night Aura as well too, not going to be affecting his whole team for the next upcoming fight unless he's there as well.
Xtreme Gaming, they'll be able to finally get the trade down bottom, take that tier 1. You can see very, very close across pretty much all 6 of the cores in the game right now. It's 500 gold between the top and the bottom of them.
It's very even right now. Those supports though, the levels at least on the side of XG are a little bit ahead on those supports, but the farm, slightly ahead on the side of OG. On the supports, that is. And Seb, so he can get those long-distance Fiend's Grips onto this Pango. He's going for the lens on the Bane.
Yeah, I mean, they're ready to set something immediately as he's hit the 6 and Fiend's Grips ready to go. Him and BZM out on the smoke.
He has the Shield Rune popped already, and he got another Power Rune. So, yeah, BZM's, they've been controlling the rooms very nicely for him.
Let's see what they can get here. They do have the split back up as well, so Whisper's going to be ready to play aggressive. The question is if they want to go as aggressive as diving a tier 2.
Yeah, and the Vessel's done as well, too. So, I mean, there's only a little bit of heal from Cold Embrace, but either way, it's a massive amount of damage that's going to come out from this from Whisper, too.
Yeah, Arme and Xingqiu, they know they're hugging the tower here, staying safe in the tree line. Arme will show now to farm. But they already know it's at a point where OG are unlikely to dive or look for this play. OG's going to be pretty aware that Xtreme have the time to set up, and the Blink Dagger's done on XXS.
They just saw him bottom too, so he showed that he didn't have it. That was the last wave he finished it. They have to know he's very close to it, but that's going to make these fights a little bit harder for OG. Initiation is just going to be Whisper running in for the most part with BZM. Well, XXS can pick and choose with this Blink. Yeah, a lot of front line on the side of XG.
Set up in position to make sure that Arme is fully protected in this area. Very difficult for OG to try and get towards this gyro right now.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the itemization already being queued up. DY, he's got the Lotus instantly queued up to protect versus, in particularly, the Fiend's Grip and stuff like that. So they already got their ideas in mind, how they want to itemize, and they're actually going for the smoke now. Diffusal done on XM and Blink XXS. So
BZM teasing around with XXS here, but he does certainly have to be careful.
Oh, gets the Blink.
From the side, Seb is watching.
The rune. Seb won.
Last time round, it didn't go too well for Seb here.
He's about to get cursed.
They're just going to curse him. Walk up, take the rune, and they'll look to take the kill. They've got the spear back over in the river as well. XM and DY, they're trying to turn over towards Ari and BZM. Ari's able to jump back up to the safety of the high ground. The two of them will get out. So at the least there, being able to bait out the kisses. But overall, in terms of the Wisdom Rune situation, they'll be able to protect theirs and get the kill on Seb. Xtreme Gaming holding their half of the map very well. And
getting those stacks up and ready. I don't believe I've seen Tomato have too many. He's just been kind of farming on his own. Jinq's just been setting these up for Ame. He's got that enable. Things still very close. I'm watching. I was talking about Ari's going to be... I'm still like looking at this farm of this Marcy. He's getting a lot.
XXS should have a hot chance of catching him here when the Blink's back up.
Ooh, does he trick him?
I mean, Ari's gone straight. Oh, he does. He really does. I tell you what, he tricked me as well. We saw him go up the stairs. He was down there. Ari, with the magical moves, gets out.
Yeah, I think it's big anytime this Marcy survives and is able to get farm. This hero can sometimes be X factor if he does get it. If he's able to get that itemization. So yeah, decent stuff there from Ari, dodging stuff out. A slower tempo game than I thought it was going to be when I saw like max rocket barrage and stuff like that, and so much, you know, BZM getting full power control, or power room control, but things have slowed down a lot. 7 kills only. Everyone just hitting creeps.
OG really want to get into this jungle though, and Seb, he's going to get the chance to open things up with the Fiend's Grip onto DY.
Tomato though.
Ari bringing the damage. Tomato's going to try and stand his ground with XM, but the Rolling Thunder's out.
Fiend's Grip's already been used too.
Jinq is going to get a nice curse onto the three of them. Focuses down on towards Ari. XM's able to follow with another bounce across. The swashbuckles there, they'll kill Ari off.
Oh, gorgeous roll. You see how he doesn't mess with the curse at all either? He's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to stun it and ruin this curse. I'll wait for the angle. That was nicely done. Pickoffs coming out, 1 for 1. A Fiend's Grip was used, though. So immediately when he sees Fiend's Grip, he's like, I have freedom. And that's a pretty long cooldown. Level 1, it's 2 minutes compared to that Pango roll, which is going to be back up in about 60 seconds. So XG will have some windows.
BZM's got the amplified damage rune ready for the next fight.
Has he gotten every power rune?
I think he pretty much would seem to have, what, shield runes, haste runes, amplify runes.
I think he's gotten almost every single one. Huge. Has burst damage too. He's got the Kaya finished up, so yeah, he can delete some of these heroes if he's able to get on them right now. But yeah, game still continues to be slow. He's content with farming.
Whisper's definitely happy with that. He's 2k gold towards his relic. Yep. We're getting a lot of space down here.
No vessel charges. Oh, the net.
Oh, it turns against Arme. They're the neutrals. But not enough for Whisper to really capitalize upon. He has got Ari ready to come in and back him up. But Arme close to the tower and DY by his side.
One thing for Whisper, I will say, so I always like to mention this a bit with the Brewmasters, is just has to make sure he doesn't get too far behind in levels. Even if he's getting good farm, when you're playing versus these type of heroes that can kill your Brewlings, got to make sure that you keep, get that level 2 ulti at a good timing so they don't get cleared out. So yeah, he's getting that good XP here. Ari sitting behind just in case.
Arme and Tomato's farm continue to be very, very close.
Yeah.
Of course, Armes is going to speed up a little bit when he's got his Aghanims done. He's about 800 gold off having that completed.
You got what? Okay, Tomato, he got the specialists, and Ame, he's got the Grove Bow.
Yeah,
so he's got
a
little bit of extra, yeah. The thing also, too, about Grove Bow is he's, this Gyrocopter, it's so much magic damage that you do pump out as well. It is one of the nicer ones. Even though you don't get stat benefit, it is really, really great. And it coincides nicely with your
Seb.
Ags once you have it.
I'm seeing if he can set something up here. XM and Jinq are going to turn towards him. Seb, you try and dodge some of the damage at the swashbuckle. It's got backup coming. He'll use the grip, but immediately gets put to a stop by the curse of Xingqiu. Seb will get finished off, but the time has been bought for BZM to jump in with the Astral Step and clean up the both of XG in return.
I mean, Seb, geez, that's twice now. I feel like he's making some real big moves happen with some just little individual plays. Survives much longer than I think they expected.
Same time though, down bottom, we did have the jump occur on towards Whisper.
Absolutely.
So Xtreme Gaming making sure that the trade continues to stay pretty even with the 2 for 2. OG, they'll look to get more out of it.
With the Amplify.
Step into the pit.
Yeah, they've got the sidekick, they've got this Lunar Blessing too. I mean, it is dying.
This is working. I don't see Xtreme Gaming being able to get out here in time, even with the respawns coming up in 10 seconds or so.
I wonder if they even expected that, to be honest with you, because it's just like these 3 heroes doing it this early on. Without the Amplify, I don't believe that they would have gone in there, but getting it nice and low.
Now they should have this ready for the next fight. Who's taking the BZM here or Tomato?
Ooh.
You're looking for the push, or you're looking for the diving, the fighting? They're going to give it to the push, or give it to Luna. Give Tomato a chance if he is the one getting jumped by the initiation that XXS has got. And of course now XXS also with further setup and protection with the Yule Step to complete on top of the Blink.
Now we just have to make sure the one thing I have seen from OG when they do have some weaknesses is just getting caught out with the Aegis. I have to see make sure Tomato doesn't die alone with an Aegis and just lose it, because I feel like that happens so much. Not just with this team, with quite a few teams, to be honest with you, but like right now he TP's bottom. The fight is setting up. XG's looking to make something happen top. They have a ward. OG looking to disengage. Whisper's thinking about it, actually.
XG, they've got all the ultimates ready.
So this looks tough for OG.
That's a dangerous part of the map, and Ari's been caught.
Okay. Gets information, though. He sees 4 heroes, so he's probably like, all right, Tomato, you can farm that next wave bottom, you know? Unless they instant TP for you, you should be able to get it. Immediate rotation. He sees the gyro. Seb starts making the move down, but now Xingqiu sees the Tomato there as well, too, so rotation's quickly coming. Oh, but they're setting up on each other. Okay. They see Seb.
First, they do indeed. They'll drop the cooldown, but Seb's not going to be too phased about that one. Walks it off, dodges the missile as well for bonus style points.
Whoopsie. Bit awkward.
Easy D ward.
Tormentor's up. 3 heroes in the area. Looks like XG's just going to immediately do that one. This game is insanely close.
It is 7-7, 20 minutes in.
That 1K doesn't mean anything right now.
Still feels like we've had a lot going on, though. Both teams making these moves, dodging one another. Very evenly matched right now. The farm just slightly leading the way of Xtreme Gaming, but as it goes for the 2 carries, it's super close. Arme and Tomato at the same stage.
I'm a bit shocked to see that Ari isn't building for himself almost at all. He's literally building completely to buff up the Luna. I thought perhaps we'd see him go down some type of BKB route and stick on targets, but no. He's feeling confident that he can just buff up that Luna to carry by himself.
Yeah, I think he just trusts in Tomato this game. You know, Tomato's having a good game. He's hitting his timings, so as you say, just wants to make sure that Tomato can continue to have a great time and have the freedom of wherever he wants to farm on the map. He doesn't want to take anything away from his character.
Yeah, I mean, both builds
enable them.
Both builds absolutely can work. It just depends on how the style of how you do it. So yeah, it's cool. Cool to see. We'll see if this one does work out. The Solar Cries is going to be great with drums and everything. So XG looking to get another catch. I believe XM, that is the Aghanims finished up now. So a pretty massive timing for them for this next upcoming team fight.
Yeah, somehow they've got to find a bit of control upon him, but as we've seen, it's very hard to do when Xingqiu's always able to counteract the plays that Seb goes for example.
But look at, I mean, it's pretty much a mirror game that we've got going on. Now, 21 minutes on the left side on Radiant. They're going to be able to finish up that Tormentor. Seb, be careful.
Nope.
That was close. Yeah, look at this. It's pretty much identical.
Incredibly close on the gold here, gained by both of the carries.
Yeah, they're both just mirroring each other's movements. They're mapping the when heroes like move as 4, like Ari with his death that he showed top. That was a pretty, it's a pretty okay death because he gives so much info. Getting his levels too. He's level 12. How's Xingqiu's itemization looking? He's very close to an Orchid as well too, so extra ways to be able to cancel Fiend's Grips, control BZM, who he doesn't have a Dispel. He does at least have some status resistance, but a silence could really be problematic for this Void Spirit.
Might be in a spot of bother here. They get the spear back off the Yules. He's able to get the split off.
Okay.
We use the curse to hold him in position. The rest of OG is looking to try and connect on this, but Arme's cleaning up the split pretty quickly, and Whisper will indeed die through it. Ari, he gets him with a jump over towards DY. We'll get the dispose back upon him. The cold embrace is there to buy him some time.
BZM.
XM comes in and burns a hell of a lot of the mana of BZM, but not enough to stop BZM from still being able to finish off DY
Tomato.
with the Astral Step. Tomato, he's dragged back by the spear once. He's got round
BKB.
2.
He can BKB TP.
Let's see if that's the play here. Put the BKB in indeed. He'll head straight out of there. No way to put a stop to that. So they'll be able to cut their losses, OG, but still overall losing the 2 of them and losing that Aegis.
And having to use a BKB to just TP out. Now your next 90 seconds, you have to be careful on the map, because if Tomato gets caught, he's just a kill. So a lot expended there from OG, and XG come out in a very comfortable position. And I think that was, XM's Aghanims plus the amplified damage. I just saw like one or two swashes through onto BZM, and he's just deleted.
Yeah, definitely there's the pains of playing a Brewmaster at this point of a game against a Gyro. Arme, he just tears through the split. You know,
they
Black
have so
Cannon,
many ways
and with
to kill
the
it.
farm that Arme's got, Axe, Crystallis, that split's dying every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lucky Shot, right? They just have so much AoE. That's what we're talking, like so much team fight, so much AoE to kill that Brew split. Even though it was a level 2 split, it died fairly quickly. Radiance, though, is online, so that will help it survive a bit more for the next upcoming
Maybe a little.
but maybe only a little. Because XG is, that's a small window, a small gain is big for this type of game, as we've seen.
Yeah, it's been a slow game overall for Whisper. Very much behind on the net worth, and 24-minute Radiance isn't anything to write home about.
No, and now the supports on the side of XG, they've actually got the real big scaling items. The Lotus Orb is done for DY to protect versus the Fiend's Grip and whatnot, and that Orchid is done for Xingqiu in comparison to the support items on the side of OG, where it's, a drum and the Aether Lens in order to get these catch. They now have the ways to kind of counter these items. So XG sticking together, they're very strong.
And that hurts as well. Do have the snipe on BZM's Courier. He would have otherwise been just 100 gold away from the Aghanims. Now he's going to have to wait the 2 minutes because that Staff of Wizardry is out of the game.
And that Aghanims could actually...
It's going to help a lot against these backliners. It completely wrecks these supports.
And can allow them to kill the Pango without having to use a Fiend's Grip in particular if they can get the initial catch onto him. So
2 minutes on that.
A lot of time for XG to just build up that advantage. Tomato does have his shard finished up. Did purchase that one as well too, so if he is in close range in the fight, he still will do a ton of damage. I mean, this Luna is no joke. It's just, can they protect him with the rest of the heroes is the question, for him to actually stick on targets and do the damage. We will have to see.
I'm going to try and poke for the tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, got good vision down here.
Xtreme's going to immediately start making their way over. Smoke up on the 4 of them. OG considering holding the high ground.
Do they have the BKB yet on the Mars? Okay, it looks like he's going to sell his Bracer, I guess. Yeah, he's got BKB now. So XXS, more free reign to just jump in, pick his targets.
Continue to try and go for this tier 2 here, but it's definitely risky.
Scary.
Xtreme Gaming more than happy to fight OG. And this sort of push will give Xtreme a lot of information on how to start this. XXS is going to attempt for it, but he whiffs the initiation. Tomato's able to BKB, and he opts to TP out of there. They won't be able to put a stop in time.
Man.
As Tomato gets out, and the rest of OG will also be able to successfully back away. And get everybody out safely.
For XG, you're pretty happy, though. You trade a BKB on your Mars for the BKB on the Luna. This Luna is now pretty much, if you get on top of her, she's pretty dead. So XG, see what they look to capitalize with that.
Oh, see Seb.
Oh.
He's able to get the grip on Arme.
Oh.
Arme tried to push out an extra wave here on his own. He's got the BKB. No TP available, though.
He's killing the Bruce Splits, but there's
BZM's here with the Astral Step. They are almost certainly going to have the damage to bring Arme down. Is there any for him in time? There's not. Arme will fall. XXS gets in with the arena, focuses down Ari with the spear. They'll kill off the support Marcy. But can they get anything more here? Whisper turns with the stone throw over towards Xingqiu. Tomato's considering stepping back in onto the fight, but they have lost Seb. As both supports are gone here on OG, we'll see if the cores themselves can clean up alone. The curse holds back Whisper, but BZM's able to find the space to jump in, cut down Xingqiu with the Astral Step. Xtreme Gaming going to have to continue the retreat here.
Oh, almost able to get another kill. That would have been huge for OG if they get one more of these. But Ame,
rare misplay from him there.
Very alone.
in a position where he just was not ready at all for Seb to strike from the trees there with the grip.
His team is just nowhere near him at all. He doesn't even have the TP.
He doesn't have the TP, that's the thing as well. I don't know if it maybe was still on cooldown after he came to join the fight in the lane earlier. I could only imagine, but either way, no way out there for Arme. OG getting a huge pick-off.
And that was like, the timing of where the Luna's BKB was cooled down because he had TP to the left side, having to get out. They get a great fight.
I think that's why he felt as safe to push as he did. The fact that he was like, yeah, Tomato's not going to be interested in fighting. They're not going to try for this play. But as we've seen earlier this game as well, Seb been finding some very good moments to strike Xtreme where they haven't expected him.
Honestly, he's the X factor for why this game is as even as it is. If it wasn't for these little plays from Seb so far, I feel like XG would have a massive lead. So setting up now for the Roche. It spawns pretty quickly up top. Tomato, he's in the area. Looks like they should be able to start
they did it before, yeah. They're going to look to do it again.
XG should be more aware this time
It's going to be fast, though.
It's true. Let's see.
Xtreme, they've got to start moving straight away. They've got the smoke.
It's dying too fast.
Curse is going to be up in a couple of seconds. XXS leading the way, but a little bit of hesitation, and even if it wasn't there, they weren't making it. The Roshan's gone. Tomato gets the Aegis, and I believe BZM, he's going to be grabbing that cheese.
And Tomato level 20 now also.
XXS, he's still going to see if he can maybe find a kill out of this. Oh, sort of blinks on himself there. A bit of a misclick, I think. Otherwise, he might have been able to get the jump onto Seb.
Tomato feels strong, though. Look at him go.
DY is getting low. Xingqiu turns over towards Tomato with the Arctic Burn. Over in the tree, they've got the grip. Seb, again, he's got the grab. This time onto XXS. They kill off the Mars. Arme's low. He has to BKB and run. The Curse will hold back Tomato. They're killing the ones that killed off Seb, but they're losing their supports here as well. Xingqiu and DY to fall. The rest of XG, they have to get out. This time, Arme will manage to escape, but it's another hot fight here for OG.
Honestly, Seb, I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to say about Seb in this game, but Fiend's grip beautifully grabbed. Look at him smiling. Not only that, he gets he did so much about that. He caught the Mars, and then he forced the entire Pango roll on himself, too. So that's why he's tipping XM, too. He's like, they just pretty much used 2 cores to kill the Bane. And Tomato able to get, he feels confident. He hits level 20 right before that fight and has the Conda. His damage ramped up very quickly. That was sick, honestly. I can't believe these little type of Fiend's grip plays are just making so much happen.
Getting some more objectives out of this easily. The tier 2 in the mid to fall.
Tomato with the cheese.
And now with quite a lead in terms of the matchup between him and Arme off the back of those last few fights. Sorry.
A little far up.
He's very, very dead here. XXS is going to quickly see if he can turn this into anything more. Tries to jump forward, but Whisper and Tomato are already out of there, so they'll limit the casualties, OG.
Ooh, Arcane Rune. That's a nice one.
Now Whisper's going to grab that. We'll see if they actually get anything out of this. Probably not, as you promised, but still on cooldown for 45 seconds.
But look at that differential. Tomato
Tomato and Arme now.
Yeah, him not dying bottom, him joining the fray, him getting Aegis and everything. It's caused now, what, 3.5k separation between the two of them, and also, I believe, some levels too, right? 2-level advantage coming out here for that Luna. All these levels do matter. Getting close to that 25, all important, but the 20 town in particular on Luna is massive. You get these double moon glaives bounce on your Lucent Beam while you have a Conda. So it's just like, you got a pretty peak timing there.
Whisper's catching up a little bit. He has been sort of playing behind the entirety of this game, but the gap between him and XXS is also starting to dwindle.
More and more Lotus Orbs being queued up. DY telling his team, he's like, guys, I cannot cover everyone versus Fiend's Grip. XM, I see he's queuing one up. Not too often, I feel like we see the Pangos going for their own Lotuses anymore. Seb with the Blink. He's got his Shadow Amulet too, so positioning. He's got like the dream. Yeah, Blink lens with the Eye of Vizier, gripping people from a mile away.
They've got to be ready for these. I mean, it's going to really rely on the sort of the Blink counter plays from XXS or XM, whichever one doesn't get gone upon to find this Bane and put a stop to the grip. Same to be said for Xingqiu once he's got that Blink picked up. He's got the money, so also with the Blink Orchid potential, a lot of ways that they can find Seb, so we'll see if Seb is still able to surprise them with the positioning that he's been getting away with so far this game.
He's still always going to force something though, right? They probably want to just be able to use like a Blink Orchid to stop him rather than like a Pango ult or something, or a Curse, ideally. So Xingqiu, yeah, probably going to look for that. But has a lot of good targets for this Blink Orchid. It's at the Bane, the Void Spirit. Well, Void Spirit now is BKB, so not as much, but... Power Rune. Haste top. So we'll take it. They're
feeling strong. Strike up and go again. They know how powerful Tomato is right now.
Satanic fully finished up. Standing toe-to-toe now for Tomato versus Ame is going to be a lot easier. He's got a hell of a lot of damage and a lot of reduction between the Moonglaves from the Shard as well as the Satanic to just stand.
And the cheese.
And the cheese. Very true. Themselves positioning.
I've got the option of taking the Tormentor as well, if they want to go for a quick attempt on that. They've certainly got the damage. So Easy Tormentor steal here for OG.
Xingqiu looks like he was thinking about going for some type of blink forward here, but smartly opts against it. Another tower to fall.
I mean, once they will continue to sweep the map here, OG, to look for kills. I feel there's no...
He's setting up.
Oh, the TPs are coming in. Already Xtreme starting to leave this top half of the map.
Okay, just kidding, he's stacking.
And they can look to sweep back and take their own Tormentor here, OG.
Do they have all...
this advantage?
I think they have all 5. So this is just going to be money. Oh, no, Seb didn't have it, sorry. I thought he actually had gotten it from the last one. Apologies. Okay, well now that's all 5.
I think for OG, at this point, I mean, is there really much pressure on them? They can go for the next Roshan, right?
Yeah.
And sort of just play for that timing. You've also got a Blink Dagger done now on Tomato.
Oh, I love that. Getting on top of the gyro, then yeah, it's just all about just going in. He knows how strong he is. He's very tanky if he gets into the midst of the fray. Very difficult to just bring down this Luna now.
Yeah, but at this stage of the game, what if you get in, you blink BKB on top of Arme and start trading right clicks with him? At this point, you'll win that trade
with the
Moonglaive?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like this shard is insane, right? If you're able to just get on a target and you just sit on them with it, it is an absurd amount of damage. So,
they're ready to shut this game down as well. I mean, you got Tomato here. He's spending up his 900 gold to buy the gem for the team.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, Ame's still a little bit behind, right? He still doesn't even have that satanic overall.
Those last kind of few deaths definitely hurting him in a game where they were absolutely neck and neck.
And they even forcing situations, right, with XXS getting some catches to maybe have an opportunity, but OG find the opportunity themselves time and time again. XXS now looks like, I think that is the refresher done. So we still can never write them out, of course, with how much their ultis can do, right? They have so much team fight, but yeah, OG continuing to keep their scaling going, not only from the Luna, but BZM and, of course, Whisper. BZM definitely nothing to laugh at here. And he can actually go some cool items. I like this. If he does go for the Ayascati, it's a phenomenal game for it.
A good start there on the Curry. Didn't have anything on it, but would have been the means of XXS getting his refresher completed. So
that's true.
At least now he's going to have to take the walk over himself to do a bit of shopping.
Looks like he should be able to now. Should be able to finish that one up. Oh, this next team fight's going to be massive.
Yeah. If XXS lands his spells, which he usually does, there could be a definite chance for Xtreme to punch back and take away some of this lead that OG have.
But they've been spending a lot of time hugging each other. You've just seen the gold lead going up and up and up. In the last, what, 5 minutes or so, it's gone, yeah, an extra from 4 to 8K, pretty much.
I know BZM's around. BZM is going to have eyes upon DY. He's going to jump in for this. He'll actually sort of astral step into the cookie. He's going to have to BKB. I'll step away. See, in terms of the Roshan timer, potential respawn in 30 seconds. So I think very likely OG is going to want to try and hold things off until that.
Oh god, 30 seconds. If it comes up immediate, right, then they won't have that BKB for the Void Spirit for the fight. And he actually opts against the Scotty after that Orchid hits him. He gets a little scared. He's going for a Dispel himself. He's going to have Manta and Kaya Sanj. I love it. He's got them all. Yasha Kaya Sanj.
Xtreme themselves, they don't have any interest of leaving their area of the map, at least until Arme's got his next item done, looking for that butterfly.
Xingqiu's so greedy. He's going the Bloodthorn.
Okay.
I mean it's an insane item with the curse.
They want to make sure that they kill these heroes.
It is pretty ridiculous. Like, anyone will die, but...
He's going to have the setup on top on Ari. Oh, Ari.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, there's that. No, Arena's going to have to get dropped for this. They'll even use the kisses. They really want this Marcy dead. The spear is completely whiffed, but it doesn't matter. Ari goes down.
Oh, it's
does tank a couple of ults, though. Long
respawn. OG gets blessed.
Yeah, if that had dropped at this time in the top corner, that would have been pretty big for Xtreme to step in and have a chance of taking.
There would have been no BKB Void Spirit and no Marcy. And the Primal now used to split push.
Okay. Try and force them back.
Yep.
I mean, if anything, maybe because they were off the map and they're like, well, we've got to do something extreme down on this bottom lane to try and draw them away from Roche if Roche was up. Of course, the case was Roche was not up. And either way, it's a lot of damage done to the tower. It's down to about 20% HP.
That's actually quite a significant amount. And yeah, they have to sit up here. That's the one thing for XG also. They have to keep heroes kind of just chilling in this area. But OG, they're going to be respawning. BKB's back up. They're going to smoke up. And right now, they're split. Ame, he's got TP available, but Xingqiu
this
does
is
not.
Dangerous. This is pretty scary here for Xtreme. They've got to somehow manage to hold this.
He cannot connect on this Wyvern. He's got to start making the run.
Spears off the mark, BZM. He's hunting in the trees. XM's thinking about the Rolling Thunder. The silence will catch on to XXS, but the TPs are coming in now. Ame ready to join the rest of Xtreme Gaming for this fight. Look at the spear set up.
It gets the first catch.
Good stun to open up here from
spear.
XXS. Pops the refresher to continue the lockdown, and it's worth it. As that's BZM out for 80. Still low, unfortunately, for Xtreme Gaming. Roshan's not quite up. 50 seconds, so there'll be a little bit of a window where it is up and BZM is still out of the game.
XXS does have his arena, though, and he didn't actually use either BKB. Nicely done by
just
him.
the second spear.
Yeah, just the 2 spears, so it doesn't put it on, like, the lower... You know, instead of 8 seconds, it would be down to, like, the 6 or something, so nicely done by him. A good catch. Just deep, still need to stick in this area, though. Wait for this Rosh, and look at Whisper. He's like, okay, I'll just take the building, then.
I mean, this pressure from these, the spamming of the Primal Split, it's definitely doing damage.
Look at that side-kicked Earth Bear, or Earth Primal Split, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, they've had to use the curse, they've had to use the fortification to put a stop to the push. As Whisper, can he actually get out with the split? He can't. He will die for this time around. That's them all sticking around too long, and he's dead.
1 minute until Roche moves bottom. Roche is spawning immediately now. Let's see what XG wants to do. Yeah,
without Whisper and Elite, you know, BZM still out for 15 seconds.
I think they just run bottom and take it on XG. This looks difficult for OG to fight it without the brew.
I mean, Whisper can buy back, but of course his split, it's still cooldown for 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So buying back isn't going to really do a whole lot for Whisper in the situation.
And they know it's 100% up now at this point, so they know it's going to make the way down toward bottom in 30 seconds.
See if XG can get this. If they get the Roche, this game's going to be back to straight even. It's going to feel like this could be a huge Roshan for Xtreme. Tomato, he's pushing mid. He has got the TP ready. Now 1 HP on that tower down bottom. It's not got long left in its life.
Ame is just shoving here. There's a TP coming out. They're actually going on him. He's far up.
He's going to try with the axe set up here with a grip, but straight away onto Ame. Ari jumps in. Ame's in a whole world of pain. The Astro Step comes in. Ame's dead. It happens again. 90. Dying at the front at the push here that Xtreme Gaming were trying to go for.
Oh my God.
How does Seb keep getting away with this?
It's just unexpected.
Scripts, I mean, it was first pick Bane, but Xtreme, they don't know what to do. Ame doesn't know what to do. Seb gets him every time.
That's twice now. He's playing so far ahead of his team. He's like, oh, they're not going to fight me. Whisper is dead. Wow. I mean, yeah, Seb definitely, so far, if they win this game, MVP for certain just from Fiend's grips. That is insane. And now they get the Roche themselves, which is a refresher shard.
That's a rough way to go down there for Xtreme Gaming with that failed push bottom. I mean, a couple of times, as you say, that the positioning's not been hot, and it's been punished by OG.
And Xingqiu now also whispers on him. BKB's got split. Does he want to use it? Getting the slow on him.
At the same time in the mid, they get the jump onto DY. DY will have XM by his side. DY trying to escape, but jump forward from BZM. They finish him off. They get Xingqiu. It's 4 dead on Xtreme Gaming. I mean, they don't even need to care about Roshan OG now. With 4 dead on XG, they can just step up and push the base.
This is a wild game, honestly. XG having a couple opportunities in the game that just got instantly thwarted
like they did.
By Fiend's grip. By one little dangly eyeball guy.
Yeah, that's potentially the mid-bracks. We'll see how much more they can get from this OG.
They still have 40 seconds on these supports unless they want to buy back and fight with the gyro here. Bottom racks also exposed.
They're ready to dance behind the racks there. BZM leads in. It's going to force out at least a buyback from one, but indeed the grip's there once again. Is there any way to put a stop to it? There isn't. Ame's just dead.
All right.
How can he grip like this every single time? At least they've got the control to take out BZM in response, but I mean, Ame's dead. Xingqiu's out. It's a dieback on him. I mean, can Xtreme Gaming somehow keep this game alive? Tomato's blinking up towards the fountain.
Tomato's way too strong.
He's ready to start killing them around here. They will get back into the safety of the fountain.
Oh my God! I mean, that one's an Ags Fiend's grip, so that one's understandable.
I mean,
how hard it is to stop it, but oh my goodness! Tips MVP for sure. I mean,
first pick Bane would definitely be happening again from OG, especially against some of these first pick Pango teams.
And I'm sure Ame is honestly he's probably kicking himself because
it's been rough.
They had opportunity and Seb just completely ruined them. And Ancient's falling.
Now they got completely smashed it.
Wow.
No buybacks here, of course, on the two of them, Xingqiu and Ame. They just have to watch from the fountain as the throne gets taken out. GG is called. OG, they'll take this game 1-4.
That was something, honestly. Either team, you see it's like even for so many stands.